The Mind Buzz, now partnered with My Grito Industries.
3, 2, 1. Miss Haani Bee,
Hello.
thanks for coming out and doing this.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me. This is fun. This is a great setup, by the way. If everybody else comes on board after me, just know this is an amazing setup, and I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy for you guys, and I wish you more success to come.
Dang.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
course.
I appreciate that. I
course.
appreciate what you said. And also, I appreciate you coming out, spending about an hour and a half with us.
The best hour. This is like my happy hour. This will be our happy hour, guys. We will enjoy it to the fullest.
Yes.
Have you done anything like this before?
No, I just usually am very just free. I'm a free spirit. So I think that transcends beautifully anything that I would probably do. I speak from the heart.
Well, now our audience is going to be able to listen to that.
Thank you. Yes, I hope so too. You know, everybody that's around here, just make sure to follow, like, and enjoy the Mind Buzz.
Thank you.
Of course.
So how I kind of reached out, or not reached out, but kind of fell into, started following you and checking out what like you're all about, was that show that you threw in LA with Bad Hombres and the McCharmleys, Maria Sanchez, Adrian Carmine. I was there that night, and that was the first night that I seen those guys in action. So thanks for putting that show on, and of course Los Yesterdays that closed out the evening.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a great show. I just remember wanting to do a show and just putting my little brain together and saying, you know what, I can do it. What do I have to do? So I found out, I've investigated, got myself together. I became a fan of the McCharmleys through seeing them. It was like a small little get together, and I fell in love with them. I absolutely fell in love with their music, and I said, I must do a show with you guys. You guys are amazing. And of course, Los Yesterdays, they opened me up to so much more out there, as far as like new oldies music, I would say. It was great. And then, of course, Bad Hombres, they gave me the opportunity to be their dancer. That's how it all started for me.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That's how it all started for me. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a great lineup, and it's not funny that you say that, but it's kind of funny that you say that Los Yesterdays broadened your music, like just in that soldies genre, and it did the same for me.
Oh, well, there you go. I think it did the same to so many people.
Right.
Because I grew up in Echo Park. I grew up with my old school tia, just being gangster as hell. They're cholas till the day they ride. So they used to babysit me with the Echo Park gang, pretty much. And that's how I grew up, listening to oldies all day. I wouldn't go to school. I would just listen to music. But it opened me up to a life that I can say now I appreciate, because I get to participate in this new wave of era of music that I have roots to. So Los Yesterdays pretty much opened me up to a new world.
Yeah, isn't it fascinating how history is going to repeat itself with art, with genre music, especially something like oldies and soldies? Like the resurgence of the genre has just grown in the past few years, and it's wild.
It is. It's beautiful because it gets recycled and recreated, but it still keeps its roots.
Yeah.
And a lot of people when you could hear it in the music, and a lot of people appreciate it.
Yeah, it's modern with still vibes of oldies, but it's new in a sense. It's new but old at the same time.
It is. is. It expresses, for me, a sign of love. It's a new love language. That's how I see it.
Right. And it's not, it won't go away because love is something that's transcended between a millennia.
Yeah, it's true. Love
Right?
just touched everything. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah. Especially
Love
with
just
music.
touches everything. Yeah, it's true. Music is a big part of my life. I would say a huge part of my life. It saved my life. It created somebody that I could escape to whenever I had tough times. It just helped me so much to grow as a person and to spread love. You know, I spread love. I don't spread hate. You know, if you don't like me, that's cool. But I'm always going to have your back, you know, no matter what. And I'm just a deep soul, I would say, an old soul.
I feel that everybody that loves this type of genre of music have a small piece of an old soul in them, because you have to like what that music is about, and most of that what that music is about, it's about love, but it's portraying it in an old school style.
It's really nice. I love it. I love going to shows too. So anything music at a show, I'm there.
Yeah, dude, I watch your lives and you're always at a concert.
I'm always at a show. Yeah, you can't keep me away. I'd rather go to a show than go out clubbing or go out drinking at a bar.
What was it like meeting, was it Brooks Nielsen from the Growlers?
God.
I seen that. I seen a picture of him. What did he say?
I showed up and I just remember like, oh, you know what? I have to shower before I go meet him because no voy a llegar toda mugrosa, of course, you know? So my hair was wet, just dripping wet. And he puts his arm around me. He's like, oh, mija, ¿te saliste con el pelo mojado? Oh, no. Te vas a enfermar. Oh, no, mija. And that got me so happy. That made me so happy. I was like, oh,
he cared.
Yeah, he cared. He called me mija. So
He speaks Spanish?
that's what I said.
What?
Yeah, so he speaks Spanish. Yeah, he's awesome, though. He was very humble. He had like a pint of whiskey on him or something. I don't know, like a whiskey bottle, Jameson bottle. He had a little setup, a studio setup. With all like the Growlers merch and then his new stuff too. So I picked up a sweater. He autographed it for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and he was selling these like really huge posters too. So he autographed that too. He was taking pictures. He was just down to earth, just a cool guy.
So what was it? Was it just like
He was promoting his new album.
And he did like a pop-up
He
type
did a
of meet and
pop-up.
greet?
Yeah, he did a meet and and it was completely free, and it was in Highland Park.
Oh, that is so cool.
And I just saw it quickly on my page, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go over there. It's pretty cool. But for some reason, I always get to meet people that I always wanted to meet. It's pretty cool. I don't know how that ever happens, but I just...
Who else have you met?
Have you heard of this band called... Man, you know, I wish I could just show you pictures. I've met Korn.
Okay.
I met Korn when I was a teenager. I had my parents drive me. They did a meet and greet. And I took my little sister. We waited in line for like 14 hours.
Whoa.
But
14 hours?
14 hours. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. It was, and then I met them all, took pictures with them all. I did my little sister's hair, just like head. And then we just went ahead and we met them. That was my first band that I met.
So being from LA, being from LA, we see celebrities on, I don't know, there
Coffee shop and the corner shop. Yeah.
Vegan restaurant or the liquor store down the street. How do you react to that?
Well, first I go, oh, look who it is. I tell somebody and they're like, oh, that's cool. And then I'm just like, can we go take a picture? Let's go take a picture. Most of my friends are like, no, it's cool. But I'm always like, hey, I want to talk to you. I want to meet you. I think you're great.
Tell me is that the play-by-play? Is that? Is that the verbiage?
He's trying to
Sometimes.
take notes.
Yeah,
He's horrible at
sometimes.
I'm
approaching.
horrible.
You
Celebrity.
are? Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. I'm not. Yo no tengo vergüenza. I'm definitely not bashful. So I met the guitarist from the Yeah 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 recently, and he was at a show with went to go see X. Have you guys heard of X?
Mm-mm.
It's this old school punk band. I met them too when I was about 18. I met them at the Fonda Theater. I have a funny story about that. I was I was body surfing. You know, when you go up to the crowd, crowd
yeah.
surfing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And my ass fell right on my back.
Oh shit.
Oh,
It knocked the wind right out of my chest. I literally laid
wait.
there
So
for like a
they
minute.
didn't catch you?
They didn't catch me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, they didn't catch me. It was so bad. So what happened is Xene, the singer from the band X, she saw it and she immediately was like, pick her ass up and get your ass back here. You're coming back here with us. And we went backstage. It was me and my best friend. And we literally just hung out with them VIP all night and smoked weed all night with them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dang. Was it worth it falling on your ass?
On her back.
On your
Hell
back?
Yeah, it was on my back. Yeah,
That's
was
even
worth
worse.
It was worth it. It was totally worth it. But yeah, I have stories on stories of like artists that I have met, bands that I've gone to see. I won tickets on K-Rock. I used to always win tickets on K-Rock.
I've
Remember
always,
those days?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
always tried
Yeah.
doing that,
I had a cousin
and
that
it
would-
never transpired for me ever.
Oh,
He-
you're like, I
he
never,
never
won,
had
but,
a-
hey, keep your spirit up.
My cousin didn't have a job and he was just at home majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to, like, that was his job, was winning things off the radio.
Dang.
And he would win, like, tickets to concerts, to, you know, basketball games. He would win, like, actual prizes, like things. And all the time he'd be like, hey, I have tickets to, I remember I went to the Nickelodeon, the Kids' Choice Awards.
Oh, I went there too.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, we have tickets," and I'm like, "All right." He would get us tickets all the time, but that was
I
his.
love that.
I should go back, right? He did have a job. His job was winning
Yeah,
tickets.
take me. Okay, next time you go or next time I win a pair of tickets, I'm inviting you.
Okay,
Because I'm always inviting people. Yeah, this is they can't come or
Yeah.
they're like, oh no, I'm too tired or whatever. So I always go by myself.
No, we'll never be too tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely reach out to
Yeah.
you for the next show.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm down.
So, for some of our listeners who, I mean, we know, right, what you do and all that cool stuff, but can you kind of explain to some of our listeners, like, who are you? What do you do? Type of thing.
Well, hi, I'm Haani Bee. I'm pretty much, I would say a hustler. The best
Nice.
term that describes me. Everybody knows me out there. Shout out to everybody that knows me. Who am I? I'm a hustler. I hustle, meaning I bartend. I've been bartending for such a long time. I made a career out of it, which is great. I'm blessed. I'm a fan of music, so I just started diving into music. I decided to throw a show that was with Los Yesterdays, the McCharmleys, Bad Hombres, and Maria Sanchez. Let's not forget Maria Sanchez is the bomb. So pretty much what I am focusing on this year or whatever rest of the year we have left is putting on more shows. So I'm giving the opportunity for artists out there, whoever you are, whatever genre of music you listen to, play, whatever it is. If you want to do a show, contact me. I have a venue. You're welcome to just DM me. I can send you all the details, and I have a special offer for that. So we're going to take out the middleman here to do a show. I'm not going to charge you anything to throw this show. You could keep all the earnings from whatever you make at the door, which means you could sell your ticket between $20 to $35, $85, $1,000, no sé, lo que tú quieras. And you could keep your earnings so long as, you know, you want to do a show, you do it with us, you know, with me. And the venue is called Vela Venue. It's located on Vermont and Slauson. It's a huge venue. We have capacity for this one is 300. But if you see on the pictures, there's another room, and that's a huge capacity. It's like about 1,000 people in there. There's also tons to do as far as there's this Lawson swap meet. So if you guys are interested, whoever it is, whatever artist, whoever you are, if you're interested in doing a show as far as a festival, we can do that too. So just reach out to me. Whatever you need, whatever type of show you would like to have, just come and contact me, DM me, and don't stay away. And I hope that, this brings you some type of hope in case, some venues do take forever to answer back. I won't take forever to answer back. So let's do it. Whatever you got, just bring it on over.
Dang, it makes me want to start a band just
I know.
be in your...
Let's see.
Can I just go up there and...
Hold on. What did we tell Oscar and Rob last night about the Gill and Amber experience?
Yeah. I wanna play the tambourine in someone's
It's
band.
gonna happen.
At least one night.
It's gonna happen, Amber.
Well, I'm
Okay.
starting an all-girls band, so if you are welcome to...
There you go.
come in.
If you need a tambourine person,
Of course.
I'm your girl.
She
Of
plays a mean
course.
tambourine.
I love that. That's like the beginning of some lyrics. She plays a mean tambourine. Mr. Gilman.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's really cool though what you're
Yeah.
doing and trying to build space for artists and things like that. So that's really cool.
We need more of that.
I'm
We need
rooting
more.
for the small guys.
Yeah, we need more people like that.
Yeah.
You know?
The way I see it is in this industry, whatever industry you may be in, because I'm in different industries, I've experienced I've seen so much in my life. I have multiple lives. But what I've seen is if you don't help your neighbor out, you're going to stay on a plateau. You hit a plateau and you're not going to make it because you need friends. You need people that'll level you up, people that'll give you a hand and be like, hey, man, you need some help? I got you. Come on. You'll get me next time. It's like, I'll get the tacos this time. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
We're going to be best friends. I love tacos. And music.
Oh,
And you win tickets on K-Rock.
yeah. Have you guys ever been called, hey, you're a K-Rocker, huh?
A K-Rocker?
Yeah.
No, but we've been called...
If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, hit me up.
we've been called rockers, punkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about this the other day, too.
Oh, I always talk about that.
That's funny.
And today, too, because you punked me, apparently.
Oh, apparently. I punked you.
That's right, girl.
That's what I said. I was like, I'm not even mad that they said that
I'm not
punked
even...
him.
I wasn't even offended. I was just like,
He's like, yeah, she does.
yeah, and?
And she's like, what? What?
Well, scared of her.
I make things happen.
Yeah,
that's how I get it done.
She runs this thing, She's the man behind the scenes, man.
After the Los Yesterdays show, how much did you learn from putting on that first event?
I learned that you can have the biggest dreams, the biggest ambitions, but it comes down to waiting on other people. And you have to be patient, and you have to learn to have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Because anything can go wrong at any given moment. And the only thing that got me through that day was, I had a long day that day, was Red Bull. And I don't even drink Red Bull, but God, it got me through that day. It was a long day. So what I learned is to not to double book myself first and foremost, because I always do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you host the event, you put it together, and you also
and then I performed. I did. It was a lot.
Yeah,
It was a lot. By the end of the night, I remember I got home and I still did more videos for Instagram because I had the whole setup. So I was like, I can't let this go to waste. And as tired as I was, I continued to do more footage, more and more footage for myself, or for memories and stuff. Yeah, it takes a lot. It's definitely not a one-man job. And I'm just so grateful because that night, Adrian Carmine, he was just my biggest, he was there at the show. He did the show too. Adrian Carmine was just like, so calm. And his calmness calmed me down. And I said, you know what? It's going to be okay. I was freaking out for a moment, but he just calmed me down. I was like, you're cool. Thank you.
It was a cool event. I liked it.
Thank you.
It seemed, I mean, you seemed pretty calm when you were there.
You know what's funny? I turn into someone else when I go on stage.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's beautiful. I love the feeling of just being on stage. And everybody always asks me, how the hell do you do this sober? I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. Yeah.
You were talking about that right before we started. So you said that you live complete sober life, or
I do, yeah. I didn't. There was a time in my life where I was a fucking drunk ass. You know, it was terrible, but it taught me so much. But now I just live my life as sober and as healthy as possible. I take care of myself. This is my vessel. That's how I see it. You know, whatever I put in is what's gonna come out.
When was the moment that you found out that was the key? Like, okay, this is my body. I need to take care of it. If I don't take care of it, then this ship is gonna crash soon.
Exactly. Well, I think it was the day after I drank mezcal. Oh God, it was terrible. I couldn't wake up the next day. My stomach was hurting. I remember going to the ER and just like asking them, why does my stomach hurt? And they just were like, oh, you have too much acid in there. Whatever you drank is like really bad for your health. And that was just, believe it or not, a wake-up call for me to say, you know what? I don't want to be in a hospital all the time. I don't want to keep coming to a hospital and feeling sick. I can't do this. I can't function, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So I'm just going to try to take it hour by hour, and then those hours turn into 8 years.
Wow.
Congratulations. Whoa. It's a very long time.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a long time. Thank you. Yeah.
No, that's really good. I mean, it gives you mental clarity. Like, I'm not 100% sober when it comes to alcohol. I'll have a drink every now and then if I go on vacation. But as far as drinking like I used to in like my early 20s, late 20s, well, all of my 20s actually, yeah.
I'm like
Never
everybody
mind.
else that used to drink, yeah.
Right.
Of course,
But-
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard on the body.
What were you going to say, Amber?
It ages you. It ages you.
Oh yeah.
I looked like I was 40 and I was in my 20s. I was like, how is this
That's not good.
possible? Yeah. That was bad. So I just decided to cut it completely off.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's how I talk about it all the time on here. Recently, I've been talking about it because for me it's been about 4 years. And again, like Gill said, like once in a while I'll have a drink. Like I'm not gonna say I don't have one drop of alcohol in me or anything like that. But it does. It makes me feel a lot better. And I've talked about like, feeling kind of lame, like we were saying earlier. Like I feel like a nerd, right? Like because you say,
I know,
because you say no, or yeah. But how do you navigate that with like going to shows or even putting shows on, right? Because that's like that goes hand in hand, right? Like music and drinking. It's like
it's true.
It's like those things that you do. Like I know, like for us when we go to shows, I'm like, what the hell do I drink? Like I'm just there with like a water bottle. Now I like what is it called? The liquid death.
Oh yeah.
Because it almost feels like, and not that I need the alcohol, but it makes me feel not as lame because I'm holding a can, but it's water, right?
It's true though.
But how do you navigate that? Like,
that's
how do you?
exactly how I navigate. I have to have something in my hand.
Yeah.
I usually just go for the club soda and lime, and people are majority of the people that don't really know me, they just assume that I am drinking because I'm the same with or without the drinking, believe it or not, I'm the same. I'm the same person. So that's what made me also quit, because I was like, why the hell am I doing this if I'm the same person with or without it? So that's how I just navigated. And I always find someone to talk to and have a conversation with. and whoever that person is at any given moment, I don't know, our conversations always just go so great that it makes time just kind of pass. And the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, wait, I got to go on stage now. See you, nice talking to you. I'll see you over there, And that's how I navigate it. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, you have to find something to not replace it, but just fill that. Because, I mean, if you're going to shows for, X amount of time and you're used to that. You're used to the alcohol. Yeah, you're conditioned over, 10 years of going to live music events and drinking. Like it's kind of tough to switch that over.
Yeah.
So you got to find something to kind of replace it.
Yeah, and not only that, like if I go to the shows, right? So I'm always at a concert. I always try to be the very first, like at the front, or, my focus is I want to document this as well as possible.
Yeah.
For myself or for anybody else watching out there.
Right. I think that's what I found that was so cool because what was it, Amber? We went to go see Necromantics, and was it Circle Jerks or Agent Orange?
I met the singer from Necromantics when I was
Necroman? Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was in November, right? Right before
it was the other band. What are they called? No, it was now I remember what you're talking about. I think it was Agent Orange.
It was Agent Orange.
Yeah.
And I was able to try, and the story goes, I got fucked out of seeing Necromantics for years. The first year because
this is interesting.
Yeah, the first year was because they were at the Fox Theater, I think in like 2009, I think, and they were gonna play with the Horror Pops, and for that venue at the Fox Theater, I don't know, something happened to where
I know the bass player.
they got
the Horror Pops. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
They canceled the show, so that was the first year, and then like the next couple of years, like I was gonna go, and then my friend wasn't able to give me a ride. I was younger and I didn't drive, so my group of friends they went to the show, and then like the third time, I was so excited, and it was again at the Fox Theater in Pomona, downtown Pomona, and we were waiting outside. And we're waiting in line, and I got way too drunk. Standing in line. Ooh. So right when we get to the door,
that's terrible.
The security guard says, I don't remember, but my friends told me that I was too drunk, and the security guard had to kick me off the property because I was just way too gone. Yeah.
So you never got to see them until this past November.
Yeah.
That's such a
That's
shame.
over what, like 10 years? Yeah. More than 10 years?
Yeah.
So I was super excited.
You had a whole ordeal, just like, I feel for you.
Yeah.
I feel for you.
But then even other concerts now that we're going to and not drinking as much, like it feels great because you're able to like actually like experience the music in a different way.
And then the next day you wake up and you feel great.
Yeah.
I keep going. I'm like the Energizer bunny. I'm Honey Bunny. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, it's like a marathon whenever you go to a show, really. Because you have to make sure you eat something. Make sure you, on top of that, run all your errands before that or go to work, whatever. It's a lot of work, especially if it's at Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, that's a
hike.
Yeah, it is.
That's a hike. That's a damn hike. Or the festivals, like these past 2 festivals. I went to 2 festivals, 2 weekends in a row.
Whoa. Which ones were there?
The ones I just passed.
What was the latest?
Iggy Pop was playing.
Oh,
Iggy
okay.
Pop was playing. I ended up backstage, which was pretty awesome.
Cool.
And I just kept walking around, really, just by myself. That's what I do. I go to shows by myself, but I walk around. I meet people. I take pictures. I say hi to friends. But I just focus on documenting. like, whoa, this is awesome. This is a legend. I must document.
Right.
Hmm
That's cool.
Yeah, it's way better.
And that was the last one that you were.
I think
Attending?
that was the last show I was at. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say yes. Yeah.
What did you post with that? I didn't really watch the full video, but it was like some like woman being dragged at the front. Can we pull up that video? Do you mind if I pull it up?
I don't mind.
Can you?
Pull it up.
It's on her Instagram.
It was
There
just
we
like
go.
heaven.
That middle one.
What the heck's happening?
Thanks, CD.
You can, Amber, if you
Yeah.
want, you could move the screen over.
Okay.
So as you guys can see,
Unlock it.
can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I was recording, and out of nowhere, I made friends with the crew too. All of them, actually. And so I was recording Iggy Pop, and out of nowhere, I just see this girl collapse in the crowd, and I just reach over to one of the securities, and I'm like, hey, I think someone out there needs help, man. They grabbed her right away. I think it was a heat dehydration.
Oh, gee.
Because, I mean, I was there maybe around 15 minutes right before Iggy took the stage, but I could just imagine other people that were there walking and drinking. It's no joke when I say walking around in a festival takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you. So they immediately threw some blankets on her. And literally, like maybe less than 5 minutes later, they had her up and standing. And they walked her to the paramedic side backstage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that you don't think about, like in these types of environment, is the medical side, like the medics, the
Yeah.
security, the whole operation of stuff like this,
Yeah.
because there's so much liability
There is.
in
Tons.
a huge festival like
Yeah.
this.
It takes a lot.
It's not fun. That
No.
happened to me, not at a festival, but at the Queen Mary when they do the haunt.
Mm-hmm.
I have food allergies, which I didn't even know that it was possible. But there was a stand. I'm allergic to like squash, calabaza,
Uh-huh.
and there was a stand that was grilling them.
Uh-huh.
So as I entered, the smoke from the grill had, I guess, residue from like the zucchinis and the squash and everything. So me just inhaling, like I wasn't even close to it. I didn't eat it, anything like that. Just from inhaling it, I
You
got
got it.
an allergic reaction.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had just got there. I didn't even get to get into a maze, anything like that. And then I felt like lame because everybody was looking at me, and then they're all like
Nerd.
transporting me, and I was like, damn it, I can't catch a break. But I went to the paramedic tent and everything, and then I had to go home after that.
You're like, I'm lame. Bye.
I'm lame, bye.
That's how you found out you were allergic to calabaza,
No.
or you knew?
No,
You
I
already
already
knew.
had known.
Oh,
before.
her
Yeah.
foot looks like broken. It's not broken, right?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I heard
Ankle's
boot is
weird.
off a little bit.
What is
I just noticed that.
That's what I
Dang.
started laughing.
Oh God, I know, because I mean, God knows what you take at
Yeah.
these festivals that already are gonna dehydrate you,
Yeah.
and let alone you add working out to the mix and jumping
Mhm.
around in the sun.
And then excitement
and
too.
excitement,
Yeah.
you get that rush, adrenaline
Adrenaline.
rush kicks in. Maybe you didn't have good breakfast that morning, and then boom, you're out.
Pobrecita.
Yeah, it takes a lot of prep.
And she probably was like, all right, this is who I want to see. I'm going to see it. And then
I'm gonna see it. Yeah,
she knocks out right at when he's up on stage. That
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah, because the night before that, the show ended up getting canceled.
Yeah,
Due to the weather.
It was the weather,
there.
right?
Yeah, I was there. And I saw 3 lightning bolts, like boom, 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 3.
Oh, shoot.
And then Iggy was playing, and then he just stopped performing. And I was just like, what's going on? What's going on? It's due to the weather. So then they postponed it, and then they played the next day.
was it originally a 2-day thing, or was it just a
No,
1-day
It was just
festival?
a 1-day festival, but due to the weather, they had to cancel it.
How did that work out? So you purchased your ticket for one day. Was it still redeemable the next day?
Yeah. So whoever purchased the ticket could go back in the next day as long as you showed the ticket. So an email was sent out to you, so you could use it the next day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I know,
all my friends had like, I had like 8 tickets, 8 free tickets. I'm like, why don't you say something? I could have said something.
Yeah.
I could have invited my whole crew, man. Stingy.
So was it on a Friday or Saturday?
It was a Saturday, and then they played again on a Sunday.
Oh.
A Sunday.
And you went on Sunday?
I did. I went both days, but I really wanted to see Iggy Pop. Yeah.
That guy's old.
Está bien viejo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He looks old. Did you see him?
But you know what?
Amber?
He's so strong still.
Yeah?
Like his heart keeps going, you know. When I saw him, I was like, man, it's gonna be me one day. Hopefully.
All these rock stars, man, like Keith Richards and all those guys from the Rolling Stones. They're ancient. They should be in a museum.
They should.
A rock and fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There should be a rock and roll museum of these guys.
Yeah, there should be. Honestly, yeah. They keep playing shows too. They keep performing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. How do you do it?
Love.
But yeah, and then I think about it, and it's because you love what you do.
Yeah.
That's where the love comes in, you know?
Right. And they're to a point to where they don't have to fucking worry about anything.
They don't.
All they have to worry about is staying alive.
Staying alive. That was my number one answer. All we have to worry about is just staying alive.
Exactly. Yeah. Staying alive and having a good diet. I wonder what the trick is to live like that.
I think to have that longevity is just to watch your health.
Yeah.
They probably stopped doing drugs. I mean, except for Keith Richards, of course.
Yeah.
But they probably stopped doing drugs a long time ago.
Or they can afford someone to cook amazing meals for them, organic,
IV
drips.
Things
like that. Yeah.
See if you can pull up Ringo Starr's diet. No, I'm serious. He has like
Starr's diet.
He has a strict diet, and I believe he eats like ice cream like once. That's his like treat for the whole week. He eats like a treat. Right here. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Ringo said, "I'm a vegetarian. I have broccoli with everything and blueberries every morning. I just do stuff that I feel is good for me." The music legend also has a home gym, and he works out a minimum of 3 days every week. So it's diet and working out.
And exercise.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Betty White, she was vegetarian.
Yeah.
She was?
Yeah.
The
She was vegetarian.
nowadays.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The meat nowadays is just a combination of glue and other meats.
Yeah.
And they patch them together and they sew it. And the society has no idea that that's what they're eating.
Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Glue?
Yeah. So they take like different parts of, say it's like beef, right? And the shoulder didn't get sold or the calf didn't get sold. So they put it together and they turn it into, they break it down. They make it nice and soft, and then they add this additive to glue it together. And they make a steak out of it. They make it look like a steak, and then they sell it to you. Yeah, it's nasty.
Steak is good.
Yeah, you just got to buy the good kind.
That's the good kind.
Yeah.
Got to know what the good kind is.
Not the
though.
ones that are on sale. Yeah, if you ever buy anything that's on sale, it's because that's the meat I was just telling you about. You're eating glue.
Franken meat.
Yeah, it's the
Franken meat.
Franken meat.
It's the one with the glue.
The one with the glue, guys. Don't eat that. It's bad for you.
I'm going to point it out at Stater Brothers next time I'm there.
Don't buy that one. I'm like, but I'm
Haani says it's glue in there.
Glue in there. Don't buy it. Whatever you do, for the love of God, stay away from it.
But it's true, because we just celebrated my great-grandfather's 100th birthday this weekend in Sinaloa. And Gill got a first look at ranch life.
Ranch life.
And
Rancho.
El Rancho, and everything.
Seriously.
Yeah, and everything we ate was literally farm to table. Like it was, killed in the morning and eaten about an hour later.
That must have been so great.
It was
an experience, definitely. And now I'm a firm believer of a freshness has a different taste.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't stored, it was literally one morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah, you got up at 6.
slaughtered, and by 10
We were already eating it.
we were eating chicharrones.
Oh, that sounds good. I mean, sorry.
Fully
That
cooked.
sounds good. Yeah, damn.
Yeah, but it gave me a real perspective and a new perspective of where my food came from
Mhm.
and how much work goes into doing that.
Oh, yeah. Because you have to skin the cow. Then you have to, I think, boil the hair, right? You have to boil the hair or something like I don't know. But
Well, right here, I'm like, we're getting all graphic.
Yeah.
but-
No,
you
this I'm not going to go into details though. This specific animal, it was a pig, and I seen everything from like beginning all the way to end. It gave just a new perspective on where food came from
Mhm.
and an overall appreciation for our ancestors and people that live on the ranch that do that
Mhm.
X amount of days during the week.
Yeah. I follow this lady on TikTok. I don't know, whoever has TikTok is the bomb. I love it.
Mhm.
She lives off of peanuts and vegetables, and once in a while they'll have meat, but she prepares everything old school ranch, that is. And I was just like, man, I want to do that. I know I live in LA, but I want to do that. I want to just live off of vegetables because, man, whenever I eat meat, I feel sick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. Especially like all this processed stuff and everything. We don't know how long, when it was killed, when it got to our table, like transporting it, things like that. It does make you kind of second guess again what we're eating.
It really
Definitely.
does. You just gotta. It just goes back to taking care of that vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put in your body is what's gonna come out. So make sure you put in some good stuff in it.
Yeah, put some nutrients, have water on a daily basis.
I love water.
So you were saying earlier, you referenced a few times like getting on stage, right? And you perform. Can you tell us a little bit more? Like, what does your performance consist of?
Oh, my performance. I like to do more like dark stuff. Like my last performance, I danced
You
to
do
Danzig.
burlesque, right?
I do burlesque. I danced to a Danzig song she writes. Oh, that's my favorite. So I had these horns, like devil horns. I'm not a diabolical person, but I like how it looks, So basically, it's just a tease. I'm teasing you, and I don't know why. I just enjoy seeing people smile. Showing that they're actually enjoying the show. My little dance and song, sort of say, yeah. But I love it. I turn into a completely different woman when I'm up there. I feel confident. I feel like everything that I work for has built up to this moment, and I must shine and deliver. And once it's over, I want more. But as I'm going through it, as I'm dancing through it, I disappear. It's like a drug to me. It turns into a drug to me. So it's very calming at the same time. I love it. I love performing for sure.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting on the stage and watching the audience enjoy whatever you do up there, and then after you're done, everybody starts clapping and cheering. It's just so fucking amazing. And what you say about it feeling like a drug, fuck yeah, it is. It feels amazing after that.
Yeah.
Were you nervous the first time you went up on stage?
I was.
Yeah?
I was a little nervous. This was when Bad Hombres approached me. I think their dancer pulled out or something. And then they asked me, Victor. Victor is the guitarist. I've been friends with him for quite a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So me and him go way back. And so he was like, why don't you dance? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do that. He's like, yeah, you can do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got some stuff in your closet, right? When he said that, I said, you know what? You're right. I probably do have some crazy stuff in my closet. Like, I love fashion, you know? So I go there, I picked out my outfit, made my outfit, and I have a whip. So I was like, you know what? You're coming along, and you're coming on. We'll piece this, little outfit together. And then I went on stage, and I was just like, okay, what do I do now? And I just remember, just move your ass. Whatever you do, don't stop moving that ass, you know? So I just went around, and then I went down to the stage, and I started just mingling with the crowd and just making the show more of like, crowd, come here. Like, you don't just have to watch me. You can participate into my dancing. And it was great. I was whipping the boys while they were setting up their stuff to perform. It was fun. And then after that, I was like, I must have more. How do I do this? And then that show came about with Los Yesterdays, the McCharmleys, Adrian Carmine, and Maria Sanchez, and the Bad Hombres.
Was that the first time that you
Yeah, I think it was my first
were on
time.
stage?
With the guys, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah?
was my first time.
Okay.
That was my first time. And then I wanted to just keep creating it. And that's where I am now. Yeah. Just creating more and more and more. That's what I want to do.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's really good. It's fun. I love it. Yeah, it's a lot of work, honestly, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind busting my ass for it.
Isn't it crazy how when you jump on stage, like instantly you can just switch over your mind? It's kind of like, forgive me, but it's kind of like Psycho in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like crazy,
I
like
was just about
because
to
you can
say
be
that.
one person in your everyday life, but once you hit the stage, there's something that just says, "Okay, motherfucker, you're on stage.
Yeah.
You're there to entertain somebody. You're
much.
there to entertain
Yeah.
and just fucking do it, whatever you
pretty
do,
much.
right?
It's either you fly
Mhm.
or you die type of situation.
That's what's up.
Yeah. You gotta fly or you just die. And I don't want to die. I want to fly. Let's go. Yeah. And it's just that adrenaline. Oh, that adrenaline kicks in. It kicks in. And it's just, I don't know what it is. It's like a lot of people might be like, oh my God. But no, fuck that. I love to feel sexy. If there's one thing in life that I enjoy is making myself feel sexy. I really do admire that. I do. I have to make myself feel like I'm loved within before anybody else can see me on stage. You know what I mean? Because or else I'll be portraying something that I'm not. So whatever you see on stage, it's organic. It's me in my rawest form, as you may put it. Yeah, it's me.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty deep. That's like, yeah. I mean, okay, I take that back. It doesn't sound psycho. It's pretty. it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's you being you in your realest form.
Pretty much,
per se,
that's
right?
my real persona. That's my real me down to the core.
Dang. With horns and everything.
With horns
and a fucking
and
whip.
everything, and a whip right here. Vámonos. And I just start whipping people in the
We're
crowd.
not gonna disclose names, but we heard you whipped someone.
Someone that we know.
Someone that we know. I think
who could it be?
I think this person is watching too. So
Oh.
I'm not gonna name names though.
I've whipped up a couple people in my life.
Okay.
I should be a dominatrix too. God, I should look into that.
That's a thing, right? But
it is a thing.
it's a thing with
yeah.
burlesque,
It's a thing,
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think
Burlesque.
burlesque is more like it's more like an art form type.
Can you pull that up? I
situation.
want to read the definition of burlesque.
I'm like, I'll tell you. No, just kidding.
I have to know. Oh, and then there's a film. I wonder how old this form of art is, because I want to learn the history right here.
I think women started doing it for surviving. Yeah.
I mean, what would you say? Well, no, I shouldn't say
Just
that.
put definition. Right there.
It's not. It's because some people say like, oh, it's like stripping, right? But it's not, right? Because you're still keeping your clothes on, and it's like.
You don't show nipple and you don't show your private parts all the way, you know.
Yeah.
Just click the Wikipedia right there. A burlesque is a literary, dramatic, or musical work intended to cause laughter by caricaturing the manner or spirit of serious works, or by ludicrous treatment of their subjects. Is this the same thing?
It's almost like bondage. It sounds
I
like
think
bondage.
that this is how it originated.
The word derives from the Italian burlesco, which in turn is derived from the Italian burla, a
Oh, that makes
joke,
sense.
ridicule, or mockery.
Yeah, because burlarte or eres burlesco is that you're mocking.
Yeah,
so it might have
true.
started in a way of like a form of
Mockery.
entertainment, probably getting men on stage and whipping them, hitting them.
Oh, okay,
and
that
things
makes
like
sense.
That. So that's why like Haani that has her whip. Like
I
she's
have my whip. Yeah.
like, yeah.
I feel powerful when I'm up there. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean, like any other woman would probably in that era, you know, would have felt like, you
like,
know.
I want to slap some people around.
Yeah.
What was the?
You
Hold on.
could probably get away with it, you know, and like, toma, you know, and you just slap them around, and it's, well, what do you know? This is part of my show now. This is my act.
You don't
Yes.
know when I want slapping people.
And half of the audience with a black eye and broken noses. Go back to the burlesque. I want to see what year it originated from.
Oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, just close that. Oh, that's weird.
That is weird.
Oh, I guess so. Well, the world will never know. Oh, there we go. 1860s. These were popular from 1860s and 1940s. Okay.
17th
Cabarets and clubs.
Oh, that's my biggest dream too, to own a cabaret.
What's a cabaret?
wanna
What
be
is
a
it?
madam.
Can you click that? What is it?
Sorry, somebody said $20 to slap you live on camera. I'll do it right now. Make it 25, and we'll both slap them.
25. Is there a button on there for like Venmo? Can we do that?
Yeah.
You know
Can
what? I'll put my Venmo right now.
Cash at me, baby. Do it. We found a new hustle.
Slapping
Anybody
Gill
that
on
wants to
camera.
get slapped.
Who wants to get slapped?
All right, honey, we'll talk about this off air.
Yeah, there you go. Figure that out.
$20 a slap. 25 it is, they
You
said.
heard it here first. $20 a slap.
So click on cabaret. So what is that?
Where is it?
It's the third paragraph down, right there.
Oh, right here.
Yes.
So cabarets were the clubs, right?
Cabaret is a form of theatrical entertainment featuring music, song, dance, and recitation or drama. Oh, so it's just like a venue, like a pub, a casino, a hotel, a restaurant. Okay.
A backyard
Yeah.
with a
Right.
stage.
So it's pretty much like a venue, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cabaret.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know in Spanish they say like cabaret, las
Cabaret.
cabareteras, like the women that would
Las
perform.
table dancers.
uh-huh.
Well, you know, they're not cabareteras.
but in that
Yeah.
realm of it.
Yeah. It was like a stepping stone for the table dancers.
I feel like with like burlesque, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think like when I think of burlesque, I think of like like Dita Von Teese, right?
I
She's
love
like
her.
like
She's
one of the
gorgeous.
ones that is like kind of pioneer type of
Mhm.
thing. And then Betty Page was more like dominatrix, right? Because
Oh, I got it right here.
she didn't. Oh, you have her on there.
I got it right
Oh,
here.
yeah, right there.
That's
Oh yeah,
her.
right here.
Betty Page is right here.
But Betty Page did
She
more
moves.
like she's all
dancing.
flexing. She's all dancing. She did more. She didn't dance, right? Or did she?
No, she. You know what I feel like her story was that just like any other woman out there, just trying to make a living and just photographs and trying to, promote herself. Did a little bit of everything, but
Yeah.
just she was known as to be kind of like how you just said Dita Von Teese, like she opened a mainstream for other women to be able to do that, an opportunity for other women to do that. So I feel like Betty Page was that as well. She opened up a couple doors,
And-
just like
and-
Marilyn too.
Betty Page was what, like in the 40s,
Mm-hmm.
50s?
50s.
right?
50s, yeah.
50s. My purse has Betty Page on it right now. I have a Betty Page purse. Mm-hmm.
How many women were doing that back
Not
then?
that many.
No.
Right?
No, it was kind of frowned upon. And hidden. You couldn't go out to a talk show and just be like, oh, this is what I do.
Yeah.
No, it was kind of looked down upon. Yeah.
And to be not only just doing that form of art or being a model for something like that,
Mhm.
but having it documented, having somebody take pictures of you, like multiple pictures
That are
Multiple
living
Over
on
years.
forever.
that are now on my purse.
that are now inked on your arm for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
there's
Pioneer.
hundred, yeah,
She's
exactly,
a pioneer.
right.
Yes, it's true.
There's whole like subcultures around
Mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah, there is. There is so much about Betty Page. And I just want to say thank you to Betty, to all the pioneers out there, all the women out there that have done some risky stuff and stuck with their wit and stuck with their gut and said, no, I'm going to do this
Mhm.
because you know what? I enjoy it. And other women can enjoy it too. It doesn't matter what happens to me. I'm doing it, and they go for it and they make a huge success out of it because they stuck to their gut, to their heart pretty much, and decided to just go full throttle with it.
Marilyn Monroe was one of those women.
She's right here.
Oh, you got her too?
You have
Who-
Maria Felix,
And
right?
Maria
At the
Felix was one of them too.
top. She was.
Maria,
Maria
hold
Felix.
on. Wait,
she was the mera,
She
I would
was
say.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
who
And
is
then
she?
I have Dolores
I'll show
right
you.
here.
Teach me.
You have
Dolores
Huerta?
del Rio.
Oh, del Rio. I'm like,
Yeah.
Huerta?
These are my women. These are my inspiration right here. So if
Maria
anybody
Felix
ever asks me, yeah, Maria
Was
Felix.
an actress.
Yes, look how beautiful. Look at that
Whoa.
face. Gorgeous.
Yeah, she was an actress. Mexican
Yes.
actress.
Y bien cabrona.
Mm-hmm.
Bien cabrona.
She was beautiful.
She's my inspiration for sure.
Didn't she date like an American actor too?
She dated a few men. Oh, look at that one. She looks like a little bit of Betty.
Mm-hmm.
Ay, qué hermosa.
Yeah, she was pretty
Ahí
great.
esa. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous.
But yeah, she was an actress in what, maybe like the 50s, like 40s, 50s?
Mm-hmm. It
Or
was
even before?
the golden era, I think, of cinema in Mexico.
That's right. See, it says years active was 1942.
Whoa, over
to
30 years,
1970.
over like 3 decades of,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah,
She was 88 when she passed away. Mexico City.
And these are some of the women
Whoa.
that, I mean, I feel like, people do know them, but they're also women in Mexican culture and society that get overlooked, I think.
Absolutely.
Because,
they don't
again-
get the credit enough.
No, they don't.
They
And
really
no hate
don't.
on, I like Frida. I love Frida. But I
Mhm.
think there's more to the women that made Mexico and that continue to make Mexico, and she's one of them, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love Maria Felix. Everything she ever did was an inspiration, pretty much, for me. That's why I got her inked on me.
And what's the other
The other
woman?
one, this one is Dolores del Rio.
Can you pull up pictures of her? And she was an actress as well?
She was an actress as
A
well.
Mexican actress?
Yeah. She's
Dolores Huerta?
Del Rio.
Huerta is she's an activist. That's why I thought. I was like,
Oh, okay.
what?
I'm saving a piece, like my whole back for Frida Kahlo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I want it down to like my buttocks area as well.
Oh, that's a huge piece
It'll
then.
be a huge piece.
Whoa.
Shout out to my tattoo artist.
So she was a Mexican artist too. So how important?
Look at
Or is that her
here.
with Elvis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
they're
Mujeres bacanas?
yeah.
Bacanas.
They're all just legends. They're all
Wow.
they were living legends.
Yeah.
You know?
So how important are these women that you have
They
tattooed
shaped
on
the
you?
world.
Yeah?
Yes, they shaped the world. I feel like they shaped and they gave culture to the United States. Yeah, there's a movie where Cantinflas. You guys know Cantinflas?
Yeah. This is what we were talking about in the car when we were coming with my tia.
Oh, I love having
We
conversations.
were talking about
like that.
Cantinflas and
Yeah.
him doing like the American movie, right?
Yes,
Around
it
the
was
world.
Around the world
Yeah.
in 100 days, something like that, right?
Yeah, around
I'm
the
not
world
too
in 100
sure.
days. Yeah, that's what it's called.
But Cantinflas is actually the next one that's gonna go on my body. Yeah, I love him.
Oh, we were talking about Cantinflas
Sí.
because
Era mujeriego.
yeah,
pero
but
¿Qué hombre no es mujeriego?
I'm like, I know. But we were talking about Cantinflas because we had just passed by a statue of Pedro Infante. So I was explaining to Gill who Pedro Infante was because he was born in Guamuchil, right there in Sinaloa, one of the towns near us. So I was showing him that, and then that transitioned to the Cantinflas one. But I'll show you who Cantinflas is. Go. So you can.
We're giving you a little history lesson.
Absolutely. That's why I'm here at
everybody.
this. Yeah.
Welcome to our history lesson of the day. You know, when they say you learn something every day, I'm glad everybody's going to have this little piece of history to learn today.
This was his like personality. So it was called Cantinflas.
Oh.
And he kind of played this
okay.
like he was smart, but he was also like a little like aloof, you know, like airheady type of thing. But in actuality,
I can totally relate.
yeah, and
100%.
but in actuality, in real life, he was extremely smart and he knew how to tap in. I mean, with this movie, he tapped into, or this is a new one, right? But there's one that he did. Is
that a remake of?
No, this is. They did a movie of his life recently, but with the around the world in 100 days, he was able to tap in to Hollywood. So he was one of the first Mexican actors to pretty much like
Cross
pioneer,
over.
from Mexico straight into Hollywood. So it was a huge deal for him to do that.
Yeah, and it's not like he was Mexican American. He was like born in Mexico and going to. So he went to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was.
Oh, it's around
big
the world
shot.
in 80 days.
Yeah, he was a Mr. Big Shot over there in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that was the film that was his breakout film.
Into Hollywood,
Into
yeah.
Hollywood.
Because in Mexico, he was already big and
He was.
it was
He
really
big.
well known.
You must have to be so well known back in these times before the news, before social media, before all that stuff. I can't even imagine how somebody of that caliber would be able to do that, to, you know, go across nations to do a movie, no less.
Yeah.
And especially in a time that was not like, especially in a time where immigrants didn't have access to a place like Los Angeles and Hollywood.
It was all a dream.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Like you think
It's all a
about
dream.
Bruce Lee too. Bruce Lee was, I forget where he Where was Bruce Lee from? Was he from?
Bruce Lee's
I don't want to fuck it up. I got people yelling at me here in the chat. Why would you bring up Bruce Lee? You don't even know where the fuck he's from.
Where he's from? Man? What kind of show are you running, man?
That's why I have Google here and Amber, because she keeps me on check. But just people like them, like how.
I know it's a lot of touring for sure.
Yeah.
Because before that, he was a comedian. I think that was his skit. He was a comedian. He would go up there, make you laugh, and pay. You would have to pay a fee. So he did his own shows. He elaborated everything. He did everything.
Wow.
Yeah, he did his own shows. And then crossed over to cinema.
So he was a comedian first.
Mm-hmm. He was a comedian. He would go around dressing like Cantinflas and just doing funny stuff on stage.
Oh, so Cantinflas was his like persona.
His persona.
Oh.
That was his, like, have you heard of Maria? ¿Cómo se llama? Maria. La India Maria.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the braids. And
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a persona too. And not a lot of people know this, but I think she's the mother of the lead singer of Belanova.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole other
That's
drama.
a whole other drama. We're not going to tap into that right now.
but in a nutshell, she was really like famous, right, for India Maria, the persona, and she played this lady that was like from like the rancho, so she comes to the city and she knows nothing and things like that, right?
I feel like we touched on this a little bit with Chicano Shuffle. Did we, or was that a different one?
I can't think on the top of my head, but we might have.
Yeah, we talked about like a character that was indigenous that was on TV.
Yeah, it might have been.
Played that kind of character.
Yeah.
But it also sucks too because they were in Hollywood, but most of their roles they had to play the bumbling character.
Oh, yeah.
The character that didn't, know things. Yeah.
A little ditzy,
Ditzy, tripping.
Yeah. Not knowing so much and just naive.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Hollywood has come a long way from that. But even like African American characters, Asian characters,
we're still cholos in a lot of
I'm definitely
shows and
chola for sure.
Yeah,
100% to the core. Yes.
You can't spell scholar without chola.
Without chola.
Remember that.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
But I mean, like representation wise, like on the big screen or TV shows, like we're still represented. I'm not saying completely, but we're still represented as just cholos, or cholas or like norteño or something in that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's something that we were talking about this morning, where we were talking about something with being like Chicano, right? Or like things like that. And I was telling him, like, I do identify a part of me as like being like Chicana, but I also identify as like Mexican, right? And I'm coming to notice that sometimes those two things are kind of separated. Mm-hmm. But I was saying like some of the Chicano things like do entail a lot of like being a chola and things like that. And I think part of me, yes, there's a little part of me, but that's not me 100%.
Yeah, that's
right?
not your entire identity.
I'm someone that likes psychobilly. I'm someone that likes punk. I'm someone that likes, some other stuff other than lowriders and like that is an extension of who I am, but it's not 100% who I am. And sometimes we are depicted as only that, and it's kind of like, all right,
just one stereotype.
Yeah. We're a lot of things. We're a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's true.
Ben Davis and Dickies and Chuck Taylors and bald heads and lowriders. There's more to that.
The perfect man right there.
Haani's like, I don't care. She's like, I'm identified as that.
I'll take that. I'm down. No,
I didn't say it wasn't attractive.
But
that's true.
But also we're nerds too. We like psychedelic music. Yeah. We like.
You're deep, man.
We like mushrooms. We like tripping in the woods too. It's not just.
I'm like, I enjoy my $10 latte and
Yeah.
my trips to Trader Joe's. You
I
know?
love Trader Joe's.
Right.
And I survive on Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's. Can you
But
endorse me?
you're like, pick us up, Trader
There you
Joe.
go. Shout out
Shout out to Trader Joe's.
to Trader Joe's and Lopez Avila.
Oh yeah.
Keeping the what city is he from? Country.
Valencia around there.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But shout out to you guy.
Yeah.
Keeping it stocked, well stocked, and looking beautiful.
Amazing.
100% of the time.
100%.
That tiramisu.
Now we're all hungry.
Yeah,
We're like,
I'm hungry.
have you had the pickle chips from Trader Joe's?
No.
Oh, they're so
you
good.
should. They're,
What is it?
They're dangerous.
What is it?
They're pickle. Like, do you like pickles?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so they're chips, like potato chips,
Mhm.
but they're pickled flavor. And they are amazing.
Yeah. I had to stop Amber from buying a whole pallet of pickle chips
I
at
used
Trader
to do
Joe's.
that.
We went once, and then I found one bag, and then I was like, when are you guys having more? And he's like, next week.
She made a
So
friend.
then I did. He gave me the download when they were going to get there. And then I told Gil, I was like, okay,
She's the
it's
first
today.
one
It's
in.
Monday. We have to go. And then we went and I bought a bunch of bags.
She made a whole day out of it.
Yeah. It was a whole thing.
Around the world in 80 days just
Around
for
Trader Joe's
just for pickled chips.
in 80 days.
Pickle chips.
No, that's funny. So you also said that you bartend, right? So
I
is that
do.
another side hustle of yours?
Yes, I have plenty side hustles, but that one is what keeps the lights on, baby. I started bartending when I was 19, believe it or not. I used to work at AutoZone. I actually lived out here in Riverside for, I don't know, I want to say 6 months. And I couldn't find a job. I couldn't even find a job at AutoZone. So I was just going to college. And I just remember one of my friends saying, you should just bartend. And I said, well, what do I need for that? And, oh, you need a bartending school. I went to bartending school, spoke to the instructor, and I said, listen, man, I'm 19, but I can't find a job. Can you hook me up? And he did. He goddamn well did. He got me my first job. I was working at the Riverside Convention Center. Don't know which one. It's just Convention Center. And that's how it all started. And then I moved back out to LA. And I went to this club called Margarita Jones. I'm pretty sure everybody has been there once or twice in their lifetime. And again, I just spoke to the owner there and I said, listen, I'm 19. I just finished bartending school, but I can't find a job. If you could help me out, I will really appreciate that. And he put me behind the bar. And next thing you know, I just kept bartending, and it's been great. I do private events. So if anybody wants to hire burlesque performer or a bartender, I'm here. And yeah, that's what I do. I make really good cocktails and mocktails.
What's your favorite drink that you like making?
Oh my God, you're going to think I'm lame. I love making grapefruit juice with club soda because I don't drink. But other than that, my other favorite would be an old fashioned.
How do you make it?
Oh, I'm not going to say that.
Why?
Okay.
She's going to give her secret.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll give, but I don't actually use sugar. I use honey.
Oh,
I know. I tweaked it a bit, and
that's different.
I do put orange bitters and then Angostura bitters. Until this day, I don't know how to pronounce that. Shame on me. And then I just add whiskey or bourbon, whatever you want. But I usually do bullet. I think it's great.
Yeah, it tastes really good with bullet bourbon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bullet. And if I have a chance, I will burn the orange peel and just twist it, drop it, and then pour the ice and just do this. And off you go, my friend.
Maraschino or black cherry?
I don't use cherries
No?
because I use the honey. But if I
Oh,
do,
yeah,
I
that's
use
right.
the maraschino.
Because you muddle it
Mhm.
with the sugar
Yeah.
at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, it's honey, so I don't have
Yeah.
to muddle anything.
Right.
And I've been told it's been my greatest drink ever. Like women have come up to me saying, I love your old fashions. It's great. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Yeah, but anything sweet I can make for sure.
That's the Haani Bee
That's the Haani Bee signature.
old fashioned.
Old fashioned, yeah. Don't give it out. It's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, those are so
Those are
good.
deadly.
Yeah.
They're deadly too. Yeah.
I started drinking those because of Mad Men.
I love that show.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good show. I never finished watching it though.
You didn't?
No, can you believe that? That's on my to-do list. I hardly get time to watch TV. But if I do watch TV, I go back to Mad Men. Yeah, whenever I can.
Yeah, you have to go back and finish the series. It's really good. I won't give you the ending, but
No, don't give me the ending. Or The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Have you guys seen that show?
Amber has. I haven't seen it.
I love
like
that
it.
show. I love that show.
She's a comedian too, right?
She's a stand-up comedian, yeah.
Yeah, I
she
still have to watch
divorces
that.
from her husband and goes down to the pub around her house, I think, and goes on stage and just starts going for it and just making fun of her life, pretty much.
Yeah.
And she becomes very successful doing that.
Really? I gotta check that
You
out.
have to check it out. It's so inspirational. I love the aesthetics of it too. The fashion. Oh, it's so beautiful. The hats. Oh, I love hats. I'm a hat person. It was either flowers or hat, but
Today?
so I decided on the flowers, but it's usually a hat. I have a hat collection. I have a wardrobe collection, my little vintage collections, and hats are priority for sure.
How did you first get drawn to the vintage style?
Oh, it's when I was a little kid. Believe it or not, me and my mother, we used to sell clothing in Echo Park. We used to sell clothing, so I would go around and once in a while I would see some cool clothing and I would just trade it with my like toys or whatever. Like, I don't have any money, but I have toys. Can I trade you for that, for this? And that's how it started. And then it progressed into high school and just looking at different. I would say what drew me to it is the aesthetics, how it looked, how it just kind of created a persona and a person of this is who I am, and you can tell who I am through my fashion. You know, just like Kiss over here, just like your portrait over here. Just like that. It's like another extension of telling people who you are and what you represent or what you enjoy doing or who you enjoy being, you know? So it drew me to that. That's my definition.
That reminds me when, so we had an artist named Deladeso, Richie Velasquez. He was explaining how people are different channels. We're all different channels of like even on social media or even off social media. We are a channel of energy of ourselves. And that blew my mind because it gave me a different perspective on how to look at a person.
It's true.
And even like with fashion, the way you talk, your cadence, what you talk about, how you perceive others, how you perceive yourself. That's all part of your channel and your energy.
It is. You have to have good energy. I always believe in that 100%. Throw good energy out there and that's what you're going to receive is good energy. Good karma too. Don't be a dick, please. I hate that.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
100%.
Yeah, I hate that. If I ever see anybody out in the streets being mean to another person, forget it. It's on. Sorry, but no.
She's
not in front of me.
She's pulling out her whip.
Yes. No,
Oh,
pulling
shit.
out that whip and
Dang.
yes, not today. You be nice. Yes.
So-
There's been numerous occasions, especially when it comes to like, cashiers. Oh God, they get the end of it too. They sure get the worst in people.
Yep.
Yeah, they really do. I defended this young, she was a pharmacist and this lady was just talking down on her and I just tapped her on the shoulder and I said, do you realize she's not working for the company? She's a pharmacist. So she doesn't have the answers you're looking for. Please step aside. If you don't have anything nice to say, just step aside. And she didn't say anything. She was like, like that.
Security, Haani Bee to the rescue.
Yes, don't play with
But
me.
it's true. We both work, in like
Service.
industry, and I've gotten like cussed out
Oh, no.
by someone because we don't have something, and she's like, "My kid woke up at 8:00," and I was like, "Well, your kid needs to be up at 7." And she was like, and I just think
Wake up earlier. Next
yeah,
time.
I just think people are. It's sad. It's sad that they need to lash out. What do you say? Hurt people. That they need
that's
to.
so true.
They need to lash out. And they think that because you're servicing them, it's like the lowest of the low. Like, I'm
That's so
here,
true.
so you give me service, and it's kind of like we're equal. Everybody's doing their
Yeah.
job. I'm just here to work, and
Yeah.
sometimes like their demeanor will change. Like that time, it was in one of our businesses, and her demeanor changed when somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, I seen you on TV," and then she was like,
Aw.
"Oh, you own it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's
Oh,
like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "No, like
No, you said
you said what you said, and it
We
didn't
all
matter
heard
who I
it.
was. Like, yeah, stick to it."
We got you on camera,
We
bitch.
got you on camera, lady. You're a dick.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a reality TV show of a crew finding somebody talking shit to a cashier, and those people going to that person's job and talking shit to them.
That would be great. Like a full investigation of who is this person.
Exactly.
Well, this person gets up at 8 a.m, throws his trash away, feeds his cat, and then goes off to his miserable job.
Bastard.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. Or people on Yelp that leave nasty reviews for the dumbest things. I want
Yes,
somebody
they hide behind Yelp.
to follow them
Yes. I've seen
and
some really
go to their job and do
nasty
that.
nasty reviews from like my other coworkers and stuff, and I'm just like, it's okay, it's all right. And they're like, but that was so mean. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
It's so wild that a business's like their whole like brand, at least with Yelp, is put in the hands of
Mercy.
the mercy of consumers and angry consumers that unhappy that are complaining about maybe the
Yes.
smallest detail
Exactly.
of that.
Exactly. It's sad but true. It's sad but true. So just be nice, man. It's like, yeah, hurt people to hurt people, so get you some help.
Yeah, or hungry people hurt people.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, hungry people.
I'm only hangry with you, towards you. I'm like, feed me.
This
I'm
is a
saving- I'm
safe
out here saving
platform. You
lives
can
here.
talk to us.
You're saving the work industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Serving industry. So
I'm doing justice to the service industry.
no, I would never be rude because I know how much. Like, I know that things go wrong. Sometimes when the servers come on, and they're like, "We're so sorry. Like, it's taking forever." And then I just put myself in the situation where I've had to go and tell someone, "I'm so sorry. It's taking forever." Like,
It's
it's
true.
being not sympathetic but empathetic towards
Yeah.
It's
everybody.
true.
And that's something that we talked about yesterday, where I was saying, like, we're just all people. We're all trying to survive. We're all trying to get through our day, doing what we have to do. And I think if we were all just nicer and kinder to each other, it'd
Exactly.
go so much easier.
Oh, 100%. I believe that for sure.
So, in your busy life, being an entrepreneur and dancer and concert goer, bartender, now event curator,
Event curator.
what do you like? What's your veg out time? Like, what do you do to unwind when you get home? Like, what do you do? How do you do that?
My favorite is I take baths. I love taking baths. So I turn on the water as hot as possible, and I just dip into that steamy shower at the end of like a long day and drink some tea. And then just usually spend like an hour. I check my emails. I do like a to-do list, and I get myself ready for the next day, and that's how I unwind.
You also swim.
Oh yeah, I'm a great swimmer. Yeah, I love swimming. That's my exercise.
That's your exercise?
That's my thing. Yeah. That's my thing. Yeah, I love to swim. Any time of the day, actually. It could be morning, it could be nighttime. I don't mind cold water. Yeah, I love swimming. I've been doing it for I think maybe 12 years.
Wow, it's a long time.
Yeah, 12 years or so. So I definitely try to incorporate like outings with my friends, you know, hey, let's go to the pool. Hey, let's go here, you know, because it's fun.
And do you do laps, like go back and forth? And
I do 45 minutes of lap swimming. Don't know how many laps I would swim, but I once counted and it was like 100 laps.
Whoa.
That's because I decided to count. So I used to do 2 hours.
Wow.
I used to do 2 hours. So one of just straight, just back and forth laps without stopping. And then the next hour would just be water aerobics and stretches. And that kept me at like 120 pounds. And I could eat whatever I wanted.
And swimming's a really good exercise because it works out your whole body, right?
Down to your pinky toes.
To your pinky toes?
Yeah, my pinky toes are ripped. Yes. They got a
She's all lifting
six-pack.
stuff.
Yeah. Check this out.
She's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of pinky toes.
Get down. Yeah, it's my pinky toes.
So what's in the future for you? What else do you want to do?
Well, for sure, I want to focus on the shows and creating I would say, a safe zone for artists, musicians of any type. Just come with me. You know, I'm not asking you for your soul. Just, you know, I want to see what you got. I want to get behind you. I believe in you. We haven't met, whoever you are, but I believe in you. Just know that someone out here is fighting for better music, you know, regulations, I would say, for venues and stuff. I want to be able to help the artist come up pretty much because it's hard having to do a day job and then having to focus on your music. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy out of you. So I definitely want to throw that out there and just make sure that every artist gets a good piece of what they deserve, not have to spread it out to everybody, just what you deserve, pretty much.
And if there's anything that me, myself, or Amber, or the podcast, the Mind Buzz, can help you do that, don't hesitate to ask. We're 100% here to help you do that.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I won't hesitate. Thank you, guys.
We have some background in event business.
Yeah,
too, so.
Absolutely.
Okay, hustlers.
And we love music, so we share the same passion for live music and supporting the arts in in LA. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I want to definitely give it a new name. You know, there's a lot to come, hopefully, and I'm here for it.
Awesome. Definitely so we are. So are we. Haani Bee, thanks for coming out
of course.
And doing the podcast. And you got some time to share what you got coming up and where we can find you.
All right, guys. So you can find me on Instagram, Haani_Bee. You could see it on there. You could also find Bella Venue. If you have any questions regarding the event space, you could have a look right over there. If you have any upcoming concerts that you would like to promote, you could also hit me up. If you have upcoming shows and you need a sexy burlesque dancer, you could also hit me up. Or if you have a bartending event and you don't have a bartender, you can call me. So you guys stay tuned. And I had a great time. Thank you.
Thanks. So did we. Yay. And everybody watching, Oscar Toledo, Bernard from Bad Hombres. Who else is out there watching the live?
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. Yeah. That's funny.
So Bernard said, loving that hairstyle, Haani.
Oh, thanks, baby. I know you mentioned you liked my hair color. I saw him a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
And then he also said, free Yoshinoya coupon bowl to slap Gill.
Jeez, why am I always a target? Hey, by the way, you guys owe me a shirt. Remember that, Bernard.
Bernard, remember Gill was your 100th follower?
No,
or no,
1,000 follower.
And you guys said he'd get a free shirt.
Yeah.
So
¿Qué pasó, Bernie
There we go,
Sanders?
see?
There we go, we're calling you out.
Down, honey.
and we're calling them out to come out to the show, Bernard. We'd love to have you on the Mind Buzz.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So come on out.
Yes. Sebastian's already on the bill to come and do the podcast.
Oh, he said, I got you guys.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Well, all the links to Haani, it's going to be down in the show description. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye, everyone.